Good morning, Star family. Rick Mullen here. So glad to be here with you. And as you can see, Pastor John he's out taking a break, getting recharged, him and Pam. But man, I got my good friend, my buddy Ryan Hickman in studio, live and in person for this midweek faith boost.
I couldn't think of any place I'd rather be, Rick. Just happy to be here with you, full of faith, full of life.
This guy's got some humor, man.
Can't quarantine Rick Mullen.
Come on.
Or the gospel.
You know, Ryan, we've been in this season for 2 solid months. I was just thinking about it's May 13th, and it was middle of March when all this started going down. And man, I can personally say that at times it's been very tough and challenging.
Yeah.
Not a lot to smile about some days. You got to really scratch and find, like, man, where can I get this some upbeatness? Because some of this stuff's been really hard, but
yeah,
we can all use a little lift in our spirit, a lift in our countenance once in a while. And
8 weeks is a long time without any lifting of the countenance.
Come on. So take a look at this as we get started today.
Hey, Morning Star Church family. I have a joke for you. Why did the student eat his homework? Because the teacher told him it was a piece of cake.
Come on, man.
A
good laugh.
Like that toothless grin right there. That's amazing, man.
It's about 1.5 teeth now. One of them is about halfway back.
Oh, she is so sweet.
You know, Ryan, there's nothing like a good laugh for our soul. I mean, to get us pepped up and ready to go. And we could use a good laugh. I know we need it around here from time to time, especially in these days.
Absolutely.
When I laugh, I don't know about you, but I feel less tense. I feel happier, feel more enthusiastic. Just a little breath of fresh air in the midst of whatever we're going through.
Yeah, it's crazy, Rick. Even science tells us that laughter does incredible things for us. It releases stress, releases anxiety, helps us deal with physical tension, emotional tension, helps our immune system, which is wild.
Need that.
I've heard that it even leads to helping us burn calories.
Ooh, come on.
So I've gone to laughing instead of working out. I found that that's much simpler, a lot easier. And the last thing, and you should know this well, going into your late 40s, it helps enhance mental cognition. And so it helps us cognitively as we're getting into this interesting stage of life that we're in. It helps us appear smarter than we are.
Those are some good physical benefits. And,
yes.
And, I'm not surprised because science is simply describing and revealing to us what God has already said is true. And Proverbs 17:22 says this: "A merry heart does good like medicine."
Good
like
medicine.
Good medicine.
That's right.
Not the Bon Jovi 1988 Bad Medicine rendition that Ryan was going to sing for us, but the studio crew nixed it.
It's like bad medicine. But
we don't need none of
God's
that.
love is like good medicine.
Good medicine. And laughter is one of the main expressions of a merry, joyful heart. And Ryan, man, you got to let us know. What's the last good laugh that you've had?
Man, I tell you what, one of the funnest things for me, Rick, is opening up the Babylon Bee every week.
Here we go.
And the Babylon Bee, for those of you that may not know, I know Rick knows this, but it's a satire site, and they have the funniest stories. So
it's funny that you would like a satirical, sarcastic site for your humor.
Shocking, right?
Shocking.
Yeah. So anyway, I can get on there pretty much any time of the day, and if I need a good laugh, I can find an article about our friend Joel Osteen, or about anything in politics, and they have a way of making me laugh. So that was probably my last good laugh.
It's really good.
Yeah.
A little quick, good laugh. It's interesting because the physical benefits are awesome that science is revealing to us and telling us, hey, this is good for our bodies. But there are some more benefits, too, that go beyond just our physical bodies, but even our mental and our spiritual dynamic of our lives. And, I think about laughter, and I think one of the real key benefits is that it disempowers lies. There's something when we join with God and we can laugh at the lie that's restricting us. allows us to loosen the grip that some of those things that are not true that we're believing about our life, or that maybe someone has spoken to us and then we've let take root in us. When we laugh at that lie, it allows us to get free of it. It allows us to get a different perspective on it. And
Yeah.
I think about that. Laughter tends to shift perspective. It can shift an atmosphere, and it helps us let go of negative mindsets. I know this is really important because sometimes we can get down in the dregs, we can get down in a rut, throughout the day or maybe a whole week, and sometimes, man, laughter can break that through,
Yeah.
and it's hard because when we're frustrated, pessimistic, maybe we're feeling unworthy or dissatisfied or discouraged. It's hard to have that feeling and laugh at the same time.
It's true.
You can't hold on to both of them. So laughter has a way of breaking and separating us from that lie that we might be believing about ourselves.
Yeah, I think about that. We had probably about 2 years ago, we had one of our friends come in, Steve Backlund, and he was talking about how lies can be so destructive to us, and how there are thoughts that maybe we've had for years that kind of lodge in our minds. And he was talking about the power of laughter, being able to break those lies and being able to just get you back in a place where you can focus on what it is that God really is saying about you. And one of the things I thought was so interesting about what Steve had to say is he had this phrase, "Let's just laugh at that."
Yeah. He
And
even
so-
wrote a little kid's book.
Yeah. And so there's this this way of when those thoughts come in that are discouraging, or those thoughts come in that try to, put you in a place of identifying you as maybe not who God made you to be, then he would say, you know what, when those thoughts come in, let's just laugh at that. Just
Good.
take a moment, like, man, you're not good enough. What? Like, yeah, like who told
Let's
you
laugh
that?
at that. Yeah, who
Like,
told
let's
you
just
that?
laugh at that. Like, that's a joke. The God who made me didn't make me good enough?
Yeah.
Come on.
Ryan, it's funny. He has that children's book, and we bought one of the volumes, and one of the first lessons in it, the first lie that kids sometimes believe or say is, "It's not fair." And so we got
I've
this
never
book.
heard that one. Right?
Never. So our 3 older kids, we didn't have the book then. So Joy, of course, we
So
have
they
the
just
book.
believe that lie
Yeah.
because you didn't have the book
Yeah.
yet. Okay.
But Joy, she'd start saying, "It's not fair," and we'd all start laughing, the rest of the family, and she'd be like, "Why are you laughing at me?" But we were trying to teach her, and she really is getting the point. Like, look, that's not a truth. That's not something you should believe. It's not something that's true. That just because you didn't get the biggest cookie out of the cookie jar doesn't mean life's not fair. And it was really good. But we learned that from old Steve Backlund, our friend.
Yeah.
The second point that we want to make about laughter, beyond the physical benefits and being able to break the power of lies in our life, is that laughter is key to healthy families, healthy relationships, and healthy organizations. And I can tell you, getting through our staff meetings sometimes, man, we need a laugh. Otherwise, we're going to cry or
hallelujah.
go crazy.
That's right.
So,
No, I remember there have been staff meetings. I've been at retreats with Rick Mullen, and it's it's 9:57 at night, and we're supposed to go till 10 o'clock, and Pastor Rick just wants us to push through, but laughter erupts because we just can't do it. Like, it's just too hard.
Those in
Can't
attendance
live up to Rick's standards for how long we got to push through.
bust out the laughter.
And so laughter comes in handy. But it's interesting. It's one of the things I'm really thankful for with our church staff, with our Called to Greatness staff, is there's a lot of people that just love to have fun.
Yeah.
And as you look back and you look at Jesus's life, I think Jesus loved having fun. I think that when you look at the relationship that he had with his disciples and the people that he spent with, I think they had a lot of fun. I think they laughed together. I think that they made fun of each other. I mean, I think they were probably kind of rough on each other sometimes, like pointing out, little idiosyncrasies and stuff like that. But I believe that Jesus enjoyed having a good time. In Hebrews 1:9, it says, Jesus was anointed with the oil of gladness above all his companions.
That means that he's the funniest guy. He's got the most laughter.
Guy.
He's got the jokes. He's got all the cheer and the merriment. When you were saying that, Ryan, about Jesus having a good time with his disciples, it reminded me of that that mini series I plugged a week ago about the chosen.
Right.
And what was really cool about watching that was it did display Jesus as that, a guy with fun and laughter, not just with the children, but when he was around them, but with the disciples. He's not this stoic figure who's just delivering truth from on
No.
high. But man, he really had a good time poking fun at Peter. And by watching that miniseries, it gave you this like real glimpse of this is what it was probably like over meals and when they were hanging out, walking along the road, going by the seashore. You know, he was doing stuff that was fun and having a good time with them.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
good.
there is something about that where, you know, that those who laugh together tend to stay together.
That's so true.
And so Jesus,
true.
being the master of relationships, had this ability to create this environment around him where
Yeah.
people really enjoyed being there.
Yeah.
You know, yes, they were being taught. Yes, they were being changed. Yes, they were being transformed. But it wasn't outside of this presence and this attitude of, man, we're in this together. This is fun.
Yeah.
We can encourage one another. We can laugh with one another.
Mm.
And if you think about the environment that Jesus was in, there were times where people were coming against him. They were calling him Beelzebub. They were talking trash on Jesus. They wanted to kill Jesus.
Mhm.
And so imagine trying to be around this group that Jesus is leading
Yeah.
without Jesus having this presence around him that also just embodied joy and laughter and having fun together. That would have been impossible.
It'd been pretty heavy. A lot.
Yeah.
That's good because laughter, man, it elevates moods. It can strengthen our connections, make us closer, help us to be motivated more.
Right.
And, you know, Ryan, I want you to describe for us a time maybe you recently that you know about that really what laughter helped break through the atmosphere or shift things, you know, when things were kind of down in the dumps.
Yeah. You know, so I was thinking, we talked about this a little bit earlier, and the thing that really stood out to me is it was probably, I don't know, about a week and a half ago. And so, like we said earlier, we're in like week 8 of the quarantine now. And so Miriam and I were upstairs and we're kind of having a conversation, you know, watching some news, which sometimes it's funny if you choose to laugh at it, but sometimes it's just depressing if we're honest, right? And so we're watching the news and we start having this conversation about, man, what is going on? When is this going to be over? And you could tell the mood just kind of start to like just get heavy. And then out of the basement, we just hear this laughter erupting. And so our 4 kids are down there, and who knows what they're saying. I don't really want to know, but man, they were just laughing. I mean, it was hilarious, and it wasn't within like 10 seconds that Miriam and I just looked at each other and we started laughing, and the whole atmosphere in the house changed.
So good.
Just because there was like an attitude of joy, like laughter coming through the house, which was amazing. It changed everything.
It's so good. It's so true. And like how we overlook the powerful tool that is laughter and cheer, what it can do in shifting atmospheres. So, okay, so I see that laughter is important, but what about authenticity? I mean, is it inauthentic to laugh when you just don't feel like it?
You know, that's a great question. And to that question, I would ask you, is it inauthentic if you go to the gym to work out when you don't feel like going to work out? Or does it still produce results?
Does the workout count? Or is
the
it a
workout
fake
still
workout?
counts.
Maybe it's a fake workout.
It's not a fake workout. And here's the reason why, because your body still responds to it.
Right.
Right?
It's good.
And so there's something
good.
about that, whether it's a workout or whether it's laughter, that your body knows what's going on and your body responds to that. So, you know, it's kind of like reading your Bible, right? Do you wake up every morning thinking, well, you might, Rick might, but do you wake up every morning thinking, I want to read my Bible? You know, sometimes it's like, oh man, but man, when you open that Bible, when you get into the Word of God, the Bible tells us that it's going to produce something, and it does. There's something that happens in our hearts. There's something that moves within us, the Holy Spirit, that something changes. Another example of that is church, right?
If you go to church when you don't feel like it, is it fake attendance?
It's not fake attendance. You're still there.
Come on.
You're still being a part of the body of Christ.
Something's going to land on you. The word of God,
That's right.
praise,
That's
something's
why
going
you
to get
stay
on
6
you.
feet away. Not sure what's going to land on you.
From the
You got to
front
be
row.
careful.
That's true. No, that's really good. I mean, obviously the answer is no to those things,
Yeah.
that there is something that is produced through it. And so Ryan, should we just laugh just because? Just because? Doesn't matter.
Yes. Yes.
There you
We
have it
should.
from the
And
expert himself.
yeah, I'm the expert. I studied all of this. But no, when you look and you even see the research medically, it tells you that your body can't really tell the difference between whether you thought it was a real super funny haha or if you were just making yourself laugh.
Mhm.
It still produces the same chemical reaction in your body that triggers those things that need to be triggered in order for your body to respond the way that it should in laughter.
It's good. So
It's
even
amazing.
artificial laughter has
Yeah.
benefits.
Fake
And we
it till
can-
you make it, man.
Fake it. Just start laughing in your car.
That's right.
Laughing when you're going up that elevator to work. Laugh when you're going to the coffee pot. Laugh when you're going to the water cooler. Wherever you're going, laugh.
The coffee pot. All right, we'll laugh when we go to the coffee pot.
Why not?
All right.
I don't even drink coffee.
I know you don't. That's what I was like.
That's Max right
I
there.
don't-
He's
I
like, you just
know.
drink tea. That's why.
coffee.
I don't know what you coffee drinkers do.
I didn't know if Max was laughing at the coffee pot or the pot part. I was. I
Oh,
was
that's
so
funny.
confused.
That's good.
So
So Ryan, tell us, man, give us some ideas. We know we're supposed to laugh. We're supposed to laugh often and then laugh some more.
yes.
What are some good ways to bring laughter into our daily life?
Oh man, hang out with people that are funny. That's one. Or find somebody that's funny that likes you that you can call every once in a while. It's kind of fun. I was thinking about this on the way over here, Rick. One of my favorite people in the world is a dear friend of ours that you know well, Brett Williams.
Brett Williams. That's right.
There are
Go
times,
Knowles.
There are times where I'll text Brett because I just want to laugh. And I can text him just something just very random, and immediately he's going to text back with something that's going to make you laugh for like 15
That's
minutes.
right. That's right.
And so, finding people in your life that's like, man, they're just funny. They
good.
make you laugh. So that's one way.
That's good.
I mean, the other thing is, like we saw with Joy today, like finding people to tell jokes.
Yeah.
If you know a very awkward dad who doesn't have much else going for him, but he has good dad jokes, be around him for a
That's
while.
right.
Right? Probably a short time because
good.
those don't last. But reading the comic pages.
Do you remember that? I mean, Dennis the Menace, Garfield. What are the other ones, man? I can't.
Charlie Brown?
Charlie Brown. Yeah. I mean, that's where they were in the paper every day for a reason. And I believe it's because people wanted to see the weather, sports, news, and they needed to laugh. Yeah. And the comics were one of the most favorite parts of the newspaper was because people needed that uplift.
Yeah.
Today
and they didn't have YouTube.
They didn't have YouTube. Now we got YouTube. The comics are out there all the time. But we have a college student living with us because when he got moved out of the dorms at KU, he needed a place to stay. His name's Ein, and we asked him the other day, man, what do you do for a laugh? And he goes, well, sometimes he's been studying for finals this past week, and he goes, sometimes I just, after 30 minutes of studying hard, I'm just tired and I need a break. I'll just flip on a YouTube funny video, just a cartoon or something, and laugh for 5 minutes, and it just recharges it.
Yeah.
And I thought, man, that's smart.
No, it is.
It's a good strategy.
And it is funny though, because the science tells us that it's also helping him to be prepared to study.
Yeah.
So just, being able to take those breaks and do that. I know sometimes even in our staff meetings at work, somebody will like, hey dude, have you seen that video? And we'll have to stop everything and watch the video.
Laugh, watch it again.
And then you get us back on task, and then we
That's
start
right.
accomplishing our work of changing the world. So it's amazing.
So, man, practically speaking, it's really simple. We need to laugh and laugh often and try to create a habit of laughter in our lives each day. It is, when I said habit, it is. It's something we need to practice and form that habit. And, that habit gets developed. It's like our laughter muscles get more trained and they're more useful, and they produce more for us as far as lifting our countenance, lifting our spirit, lifting those around us, because so often we can judge the mood of the room and see, man, something needs to lift here. how can I come into this room or this atmosphere and lift it? Maybe it's telling a joke. Maybe it's being fun. Maybe it's bantering with somebody in a
Yeah.
good, friendly, good-natured way that really just lifts them up and gets their eyes off of what was holding them down.
Yeah. And I think, Rick, too, I think it's important to recognize, like we've had some fun here today and talked about these things, but the reality is there are, very difficult things that are going on in people's lives, even today.
Yeah.
That there are tragedies, that there are challenges, even the time that we're living in
Yeah.
as a country and
Stressful,
really in the world,
tension.
is very challenging. And so, what we're saying isn't to make light of that. It's really to be able to say that in the midst of that,
That's right.
that God has provided a way, even physically, for us to be able to overcome some of those challenges and to be able to help other people.
That's right.
And that's really incredible
key.
that God designed us that way. And when we think of ourselves as imagers of the living God, and that God created us to bring about His joy, His peace, He gave us the ability to
right.
do that, and we have the opportunity to do that as we serve others, which is really incredible.
That's right, Ryan. Laughter, it's good medicine. It's priceless,
Good
easy to
medicine.
use, and it's free, best of all.
There you go.
So, hey, we know that this week is finals week, and that means graduation weekend is coming. And
Let's go.
as you know, the commencements have been canceled. They're not happening the way they have had before. And we just want to take a moment and just honor some of the graduates. We have quite a few here at KU, but we want to honor and show some of the graduates, let them say their name, who they are, what they're doing. And so take a watch at this video real quick and smile and cheer on these graduates.
Hi, I'm Kevin McGinnis. I am majoring in engineering physics with a concentration in electromechanical systems from the University of Kansas.
Hello, my name is Ana Palacio and I'm graduating with an accounting and business analytics degree from KU.
Hello, my name is Emma Stotts, and I will be graduating in May from Washburn University with a Bachelor's of Liberal Arts in Integrated Studies and minors in Leadership Studies and Theater.
Hi, my name is Jalen Tan. I attend the University of Kansas, and I'm graduating with a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with an entrepreneurship concentration and a minor in Spanish. Rock chalk!
Hey, I'm Joa Hickel. I'm graduating from Baker University. I'm majoring in business with a minor in economics.
Hi, my name is Jared Huffman. I'm graduating with a degree in mechanical engineering and business administration from the University of Kansas.
I'm Emily Natwick. I'm graduating with a Bachelor's of Science in Journalism and a minor in Sport Management from KU. Rock chalk.
Hi, my name is Barbara Arrington, graduating from the University of Kansas, majoring in Global and International Studies with minors in Dance and African American Studies.
Hi, my name is Greg. I'm graduating with a PhD in economics from KU.
My name is Rachel Reynolds. I'm a senior at the University of Kansas and I'm studying elementary education. Rock chalk!
Maggie Brophy, elementary education, the University of Kansas. Woo!
My name's Riel Sudden. I go to the University of Kansas at the School of Business, and I'm a finance major.
Hey, I'm Rob. I'm graduating from KU with a degree in business management and minors in psychology and human resources.
Wow, Ryan, it's very moving. Not only I got a smile on my face, but I'm getting kind of choked up looking at their faces. And
what a great group.
Wow.
That's an incredible
And that's only
group
part
men
of
and
them.
women right there.
That's only part of them, and it's always a special time. And I know this has been a very unconventional spring for these students. And I'm sure that there's a lot of, some sadness and some disappointment. And, one thing we want to do that some of our Call to Greatness campus ministry folks and friends are rounding up that we can be as a church family together is that there's probably close to 20 students that are graduating from KU, undergrad, PhD, what have you, this weekend. And, to give them a little fun and specialness, we want to simulate a walk down the hill for them. And so this Saturday at 4 p.m., you can join us and we're going to line the walkway, kind of maybe make a sign. We can socially distance and all of that, of course, but be outdoors. Cheer them on as they walk down in cap and gown. Just fun. Something that's just off the cuff, something enjoyable to do. And you can sign up. There's going to be something coming across the live stream right now. You can click on that link and let us know you're coming so our Call to Greatness folks can plan accordingly. But it's just going to be a real laid back, fun thing. We want to kind of surprise them because, a lot of these students, they may have stayed here, but they don't have family nearby. It'd be really a blessing, I think, Ryan, to be there for them.
Yeah, and it really is. I mean, it's an incredible accomplishment, and we want to celebrate those accomplishments. And so even if that means, a socially distance, yes, you did it. Come on, let's walk down that hill. Let's go get it. Let's believe, the best for what God has for them. What an opportunity to be a part of cheering them on. Many of them will have their family there as well. To walk down. And I think it's just an opportunity to say to their family from our community, man, we love these kids. We appreciate them, and we're so excited for the future that God has for them.
That's right. And when you sign up, there's a question there. If you have a cap and gown that maybe you could donate, because a lot of these students don't have them, you can mark yes there, and then Ruthie or somebody will get a hold of you and organize that. But you'll get emails. When you sign up, you'll get more information as the week goes on to let you know when and where and how we're doing all that. But Ryan, we are going to, this Sunday, go outside for an outdoor service. We were going to last week, but temps got a little cold. But right now,
we're going to make it this
forecast is looking great.
Come on.
We can dodge a rainstorm here and there. We'll be good, but the temperatures look great. So be sure to join us. If you'd like to come out, we'll have households, families sit together, in their clusters, and we'll respect one another and not presume on anybody on their comfortability with social distancing, but have a really great time. Families coming together, us worshiping. It's going to be a lot of fun. 10 a.m. We'll be right there. And if you can't make it or you don't feel comfortable coming out, that's fine. We understand. We've got we'll be live streaming that service at 10 a.m. as well. It'll be a good time. And even if you want to come, but maybe a situation you need to stay in your car, we'll have some parking spots along the grass field there that we probably could accommodate you in an easy way. So, man, we look forward to seeing you. Ryan, thanks so much for stepping in today and being a studio friend here. It's been great. That's a wrap, and have a great rest of your week. Laugh again, and laugh more often. We'll see you.
All right, bye-bye.